going on, everyone? Alex here. Gonna raise the stakes a little bit and attempt to do a little monologue chat while walking with my phone in the air. I haven't done one of these in a while, and just wanted to discuss as the tram in Krakow, Poland goes by. Wanted to talk about feeling stuck, feeling unmotivated. When you feel like you've just hit a wall and you just can't find the enthusiasm that you once had for work, for life, for the people around you, whatever it is. Your life may even be in a great situation. Objectively, you might say, yeah, I've got everything I need, got everything I want, but I'm just not feeling it. And just cannot find a sense of inspiration. I've run out of fuel, maybe you feel a bit burned out, whatever it is. I've been feeling that way a little bit over the last few days, not really feeling the vibe. Obviously it varies, you know, depending on what's going on in your body physically and what's happening with you personally, but I found it hard recently to kind of get into writing and coming up with new ideas, and not massively motivated. And I recently had a call that I was a bit nervous about. It was a sales call for my coaching, and I hadn't done one of those in a while, and it took a little bit of courage. It took some deep breaths, and went on the call, and I was talking to a potential client that I really wanted to work with, so it was like an added self-pressure, and it wasn't something I was particularly looking forward to, although I was looking forward to the result if it was to succeed, and it did succeed. And I got through it, and I kind of finished the call with a tremendous sense of relief, and suddenly my whole vibration changed. I felt so much better. You know what it's like, you know, you do something that you were dreading, right? Whatever it is, and you just feel different. Everything seems different. The world looks different. And all of those thoughts and worries and doubts that you had before no longer seem as relevant, right? There's less of a sense of pressure. You've got more of a feeling in you that you've done something, you took responsibility, you did something that you were scared to do, and you feel good about it. Now, does this mean then that doing hard things, doing things that are challenging to you, doing things that make you nervous, is that the solution to being unmotivated? I want to know your comments down below, but that's not the final thought there. I'm going to argue that it's not the solution. Doing hard things absolutely does work to make you feel better and to kind of shock the system into getting out of that malaise that you were previously in, worrying, doubtful, lacking in motivation, feeling stuck, right? Doing anything really is a good solution, a good suggestion for anyone who's feeling a bit stuck. Sometimes it might take an extra push, and sometimes it might be one of those things that's extra difficult that pushes you over the edge into a new frame of mind. But here's what's actually happening, just to go a little bit deeper, having given it some thought. What's actually happening, and when you do something tough and you get through it, you survive, right? Even if you felt fearful, you got through it and you did well, or you just did it, you feel good about yourself. What's happening is that you are now in a mode whereby you're no longer thinking thoughts that limit you. It's not that you did something hard, because it's subjective, isn't it? Someone sweeping the living room might be someone's easy, but someone else's hard. So it isn't the thing that you've done that makes the difference directly. It's how your perspective shifts. Namely, how we think about ourselves changes, and very often that's noticeable when we do hard things, when we take action, when we take responsibility. We tend to feel different about ourselves, but what this is really showing is the power of our thoughts, the power of how our thoughts pull us down like vines. Do they not? So when we feel relief after having done something difficult, what we're experiencing is an absence of negative, doubtful thinking, because we've seen what we've just done, and we're far less likely to pressurize ourselves, having done the thing, into holding ourselves back and doubting ourselves, feeding our minds with more negative thoughts, with more doubtful thoughts, and often coming from a good place. You know, if we're having doubtful thoughts, it's because we want to do good, but that's fine. So here's the real crux of what I'm saying, is that yes, doing things, taking action, doing hard things is a very reliable cure to a lot of stuckness and lack of motivation, yes, but it isn't the thing that's causing the change. And this is something that's important to take in, because if we don't know what's going on in our minds and our realities, how are we going to do the best that we can do? What's really happening is that we are not thinking and engaging in the thoughts that make us feel bad. And so that's, you could say the solution is to think less, but of course you can't really actively think less, right? So that takes us back to the beginning again, which is that by doing things that you were nervous about, by identifying those things in your life that you're like, you know what, I really should do that, but I just can't be bothered. I don't want to do it because I don't want to screw up. I don't want to be rejected. Those are the things that you can kind of view them as tools. It's kind of like the lever bar that breaks the piece of stone off the mountain. It's needed to, unless you're you can be a mind wizard and you can be very good at letting go of unhelpful thoughts, and it's really a habit. Absolutely, you can get better at that. But a nice, reliable tool that you absolutely want to make more use of is the power of doing stuff, particularly hard things that you were worried about, as a means to more effectively let go of the thoughts that are holding you back. Hope that makes sense. That's all I'm going to talk about on this issue as I walk into the depths of dark Polish forests, and I try not to scare myself in the same way that we scare ourselves with our own thoughts sometimes. Hope that was helpful, guys, and I will see you. Wait, before I go, make sure that you're subscribed to my Untethered Mind newsletter, which is not just me, sharing hot air nonsense. It's valuable stuff, I hope. Certainly if you're interested in psychology, in improving your mental freedom, improving your performance, your creativity, your sense of joy in the world. untetheredmind.substack.com. The link is in the description box below. Do subscribe, do like this video if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.